The main challenge I want to mention is about providing a right technology solution for the automotive industry as well, considering the car and truck industry and all those things. And then next is the development of the product at right time, because we normally adapt products from global perspective, but Indian-made solutions need to be provided. That is another challenge. Then make the customer aware. So what is the significance of the development, whatever this lubricant industry is doing, how it is going to help the customer as well as the vehicle for a long run. I'm considering these three challenges. Main growth drivers, I will be saying how unique is your product, how it is going to provide the fuel economy improvement, or how it is going to support for the CO2 reduction. That is a very unique and very, very important driver there. Then the durability part, how the lubricant is going to help the durability part with respect to the vehicle. That is another area of working. Then, of course, everyone is talking about the e-mobility, how the new innovative e-mobility lubricants are going to be presented or to be developed by the oil companies. These are all the three growth areas what I can find in the lubricant industry. Changeover from the BS4 to BS6 product, as well as for the technology readiness, is the important thing. Of course, they will deliver at the right time. Main challenge the lubricant industry has to make the product which is affordable to the customer for the BS6, and make them assured, yes, this product is also going to work well, and it is going to be back integrated with whatever vehicles which are available. That is the key challenge, because BS6 products should be able to use in the BS4 vehicle also. That's the mindset what industry has to bring to the customer, and the customer make the customer very much aware. It is not going to make any immediate dent with respect to the lubricant industry. As you know, government policy also very clearly states, and the recent announcement from the government clearly states, electric vehicle population will increase drastically from 2030 onwards, not before that. But nevertheless, government is very much focused towards increasing the electric vehicle population. They have to adapt to the situation. They have to develop the products. And it is a learning curve for the lubricant industry as well as for the automotive industry in India. So definitely they have to adapt to the situation. It is not a threat. I consider this as an opportunity for the lubricant industry to adapt to the global situation as well as to improve the Indian situation towards the electrical mobility. Today the situation is like all the products are made for OEM. Like made in India, it is all made for OEM. OEMs are going into more of a specific and tailor-made product for their vehicle. So I would say arriving at a global specification or arriving at a specification only for India will not be a right move now. So rather focusing into a unique solutions rather than specification, that would be the right way, I feel. Better base oil, better additive products are being used by the lubricant industry. BS3 to BS4 movement was not so much drastic in terms of the technology. Even with the existing product, by that time, they could manage it. And the conversion to the after-treatment devices used in the vehicles were not severe or critical when compared to the present scenario. Definitely there is a drastic change by usage of a better base oil and as well as the additive technology for the BS6 is the drastic change which is happening. Bharat 6 conversion with the engine perspective definitely require for a low friction engine, because we have to meet the emission norms as well as we have to improve the CO2 emissions also. So low friction engine technology is the main changeover which is happening. Then using of low friction lubricants also very important to improve the fuel economy. When the fuel economy is improved, automatically the CO2 emission is going to come down. And the newer technology engines are going to have the after-treatment devices like DPF, SCR or LNT, whatsoever. That depends on the engine emission out, what is happening from the engine. And the different OEMs have different type of technology used. So this is the bigger change which is happening with respect to the BS4 to BS6 technology changeover in India. Of course, fuel plays a very important role, and the sensitivity of the fuel is very, very important to meet the emission. And one more important thing which is also relevant is your diesel exhaust fluid, which is going to be used in all the SCR vehicles. So that is also going to play a very important role. So put together, it is not only the engine, it is a total solution what an OEM as well as the lubricant industry has to offer to the customer to meet the emission norms as well as to sustain the environmental pollution. The BS6 engines are bound to have a fuel dilution, and engine oil is designed for a particular viscosity grade, and it is about to work in a lubrication condition which it is intended for the design. Unfortunately, what is going to come is the fuel, which is going to get into the oil, which is going to drastically reduce the engine oil film thickness in the engine. In the meantime, we cannot consider diluting the engine oil and expecting the performance of the engine oil to be in line with what we have designed it for. So engine oil has to provide a fuel economy, it has to work even with the higher fuel dilution, and it has to protect the after treatment devices. So it is becoming so complex with respect to the engine oil, so its function is becoming more complex and more critical and sensitive. So it need to provide fuel economy performance, it need to provide the durability, it need to provide the protection against the fuel dilution even if it happens during the operation. These are the three important factors I consider for the engine oil perspective. Next 5 years, global transportation industry, there will be a changeover from ICE to BEV or a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So global transportation industry need to think of adapting to those technology, even not to complete extent, but to a very, I can say, rationalized extent, and they have to move towards the electrical mobility also. So the bigger investments to be applied in the transportation industry for buying a new technology vehicles, that is the biggest challenge I am finding with respect to that. Thank you very much.